So for this morning's session, what I'm going to focus on is what you guys asked for, which is looking at faith. And I suppose when I go to really teach on faith, it's really understanding is what I'm teaching. Because faith is a state of mind, as we have shared many times. So it's really understanding the mind, understanding the thinking process, bringing order to the mind that will actually result in a state of mind of faith. So there's only so much that you can really talk about faith in itself. Faith is it's unseen, but it's the bridge that really connects the spiritual world to the physical world. And that's what we're all about. That's what we're interested in, bringing the no thing into the thing. And we start with gratitude, and we always start with gratitude because really that is what hooks you up to the source of supply. And just to remind us of that, and again, I'll tell you the books, The Science of Getting Rich is the book that I'm reading from out of gratitude. It says the whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. First, you believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. So even just as we read that out, do you believe that? Okay? And again, always thinking on that vibrational scale, do you really, oh yeah, absolutely believe it? Or are you still kind of getting to know it? And there's no right or wrong. You just need to know where you are so that you can focus on the right thing. We discussed, I think it was maybe last week, I'm not sure, but we talked about really getting to the root cause, which is the beliefs, rather than when you've really plant a new belief in, that will then automatically stop the negative habits. So we really, I shared with you, I think it was on Tuesday night, I 100% know in every cell of my body, faith is the answer. But everybody has got different perspectives on what faith means to you. So that's really what I kind of want to look at it today, but more from a sense of getting you to really go back over the basics of you're a spiritual being living in a physical body. And what we're going to look at today is how that spirit flows from a higher potential to a lower potential. Now, gratitude is one of the principles that will build your faith, because what gratitude does is exactly what it says. It says it is the mental adjustment and attunement. That's what tunes the mind to hook up to the source of supply. What you've got to remember is there only is one source. Only one. And we all call it different names. Some people call it God. Some people call it energy. Some people call it spirit. Some people call it source. But there's only one energy, one mind. Even as we're in here today, there's only one mind in here. Isn't that like sometimes hard to get your own head around? We're all just expressions of one. So there's 110 whatever people in here. It's all just extensions of the one energy. Now, when you really study to understand that, you will feel like a superhero. You'll wonder why I feel so great even though I'm so tiny. You know? Because I feel so powerful. I feel so confident. Do I have days where I doubt myself? Sure. But that's just a tiny little proportion to the greatness that I feel. So what I want you guys to really, really understand and feel, I don't even care if you understand it, I want you to feel it because that's all that matters. I want you to feel that power as you're in here this day. I want you to give that power and be the source to somebody else, because that's really your job here on this planet, is to help other people, is to love other people, is to live the best life that you can possibly live. Be the fullest expansion and expression of your greatness. Like, that's why you're here. That's why you signed up. That's why you flew over. That's why you tune in every Tuesday night. It's not the money. It's not the things. You know there is something special about you. You're not like everybody else. You're not like everybody in your family. You're not probably even like anybody in your town or city, apart from a few. And the thing is, you know that. But of course you think you're a bit odd. But you're not odd. You are so unique. There is perfection in every single person in this room. Even if you grew up with no faith or no understanding of faith, you know I did, so my perception was very different. But it doesn't matter what your background is, it doesn't matter where you've come from, what you've heard. The truth is, you're perfect exactly as you are. Like, that's the truth. There's nothing wrong with you. You have all the faith you've ever had and ever will. You're just not using it. You're possibly still being kind of trapped by other limiting thoughts, habits, or beliefs that you've picked up along the way. And I always remind people of the perfection within, because we think we've got to get faith. And let's be honest, and again, you take on your own slant on this, but I was kind of taught you had to get it. I had to be saved. That's what I heard in my house. And I believe in it. I just think of it in a different way. I think being saved is waking up, is connecting with God, is connecting with Spirit, is connecting with whatever you want to call it. I believe heaven is right here in this room. I also believe hell is here too. It's just not in this room. So when you think of it like that and you start to realize, actually there is perfection in you. It's in your DNA. You can feel it, can't you? You're also kind of like wondering, like, is it there? Like, do I feel it? But I know you feel it. But you want to feel that more and more. You want to get access to that more. That's where the good stuff happens. You've got a side of your personality that you're not tapping into anywhere near enough. I'm not either, by the way. So see, everything I say to you, I'm saying it to myself. That's the beautiful thing about being a mentor. I get to double up. Sometimes I say things to you and I go, oh, that was quite good, yeah. Don't know where that, don't ask me to repeat. But it's true, because Spirit's in me and it flows to and through me and it flows to and through you. And I believe it is our job to help as many people feel that greatness within them. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to do what I do. If you are in any vocation, you can make people feel good. This is why the impression of increased is so vital to everything. Because when you're the source for someone else, it must flow to and through you, which means a little bit sticks on. That's the way I always think of it. See, any time that I'm down, I teach. Anytime I'm going through something, I teach that subject. You know why I was teaching terror barrier for the last 2 weeks? Because I was going through one. In fact, you know, when I was away, it must have been 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, I'm not sure. And I did one from the hotel room and you all thought it was the best call ever. You did, right? Okay, just checking. Well, like 20 minutes before that call, I had no idea what I was teaching you. I probably didn't even want to teach you. And I was feeling really crap. for no other reason than stuff that I was making up in my mind. Nothing was wrong. I was growing. But me too, I kind of go, I don't like it. Can I just have the growth without all the pain? No. And I literally stood in my hotel room and went, okay, fill me with the solution. Help me serve others, and a little bit will stick on to me. And it was the best call. It was awesome. And everything that was flowing through me to you, and I know you needed to hear it, but I needed to hear it too. And when I got off the call, I was just like, whoa, that's a lot of energy. And I felt amazing. And it just reminds me over and over and over again, do we practice what we preach? When you need to feel, when you're going through those stretches, when you're going through those fears, you must turn to faith. There's nothing else to turn to. It's the only thing that is constant. It is more solid than earth. But the problem is we can see earth through our eyes and we think, no, that's solid. No, you've just been told that's solid. That's actually moving. Now I seem nuts, don't I? But it's true. The stage is moving. It's not solid. It just appears solid because it's in such a high rate of vibration. And yes, I'm able to stand on it. But everything is in a high speed of vibration. Everything is energy. There is only one substance, one first cause. I'm made out of it, you're made out of it. So when you're going through those times, it is vital that we turn to faith. And the easiest way to do it is just to really repeat I am affirmations. It gets you straight into it. So I would always encourage you to have, maybe 10 really strong, I am this, I am that, I am this. I always say I'm God's highest form of creation. I am attracting everything I need to the fulfillment of my goal. I am powerful beyond measure. I am abundant. I am prosperous. You could just go for days. You see, the more you say that, it seems to us as human beings to seem like, affirmations. Like I was that nurse. I literally remember the time when this mindfulness started to come in and everyone was like, oh, mindfulness. And we had to do these, workshops with the kids and you had to do affirmations. None of the nursing staff really believed in it because nobody taught us what it was. We just thought, why are we saying these happy little lines? I mean, we've got serious mental health going on here. And that was so wrong at the time. It was mainly me because I just couldn't get my head around saying just like these positive affirmations. It was cuckoo to me. It was woohoo to me at the time. I wasn't brought up that way. That didn't seem normal to me. And little did I know I'd end up on a stage telling everybody, you are oneness. You are all extensions of source energy. I know, if the kids could see me now.